It ain't easy, kid, but we're going to make it. When the feeling that you have inside of you is, it's so intense and nothing possibly can come from the rational mind from what your body is experiencing at this time. Many people across the world sharing on all platforms are feeling this. And I'm here to tell you that you're not going crazy. Received a lot of comments from the community, which I will be discussing. I'm going to be sharing what I'm doing during this process. There's an energy that is going through us like never before. Know that this is happening, and we're all going to be changed when we come out on the other side. You might be getting this update and your digestion is off. Your stomach is off big time. Your hips are tighter than ever before. And when you take all of the pressure that all of us are feeling in this lower area, the lower chakras of the body, but in this entire region, this is our base energy center. And the base energy center is being reset. And it is our foundation for our lifetime experience, what we're going to experience moving forward. You know, you might be getting on this talk today and you've dealt with traumas in your personal life for the past few years. And it goes beyond that. It goes into your family lineage. It goes for the collective. And the healing that you're doing in this now moment, you're not only doing it for yourself, you're doing it for your entire family lineage. You're doing it for your dad. You're doing it for your grandfather. You're doing it for your great-grandmother, whatever the lens is. You know, we all carry certain traumas, energies that affect our field. Until the field is fixed, you will never experience the reality, the life that you want to, of love, of wealth, of abundance. And it's nobody's fault, but this is something that we must go through. I've shared this very strongly in the past couple of weeks. You cannot spiritually bypass this stage of the game. You must go through it. And it's very powerful what is occurring. And I'll be sharing what I'm doing, what the community has shared. I'm grateful for everyone that's coming on this very powerful update. Grateful if you click the like button. It allows others to get this message. And a message of realness, because you can't spiritually bypass this. This is not unicorns and rainbows. This is the only way. And until your nervous system, until you are calibrated, until your internal frequency shifts, that is the only way, and nothing outside of you will fix it, and it cannot be bypassed. So we're all going to have to go within today. It's great to see everyone. Are you feeling so great? So you might be new, but many people, you watch me daily, and usually I'll have my my cup of joe, I have my cup of coffee. Today I have the lemon water. And I'm in an extended state of fasting, and this is all playing out in real time, whether the fast goes 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, we'll see how the rest of this day pans out. But as I've shared before, your body is the tuning fork to telling you the truth. So being in the fasted state, drinking lemon water, cleansing the body out, we don't live our lives the same every single day. And there's a time for this and a time for that. And during this time period, you have to listen to your body. And and there are certain times when I do this. This is one of those times. Feeling, I feel my point of homeostasis is off. I have no appetite. I feel if I do, you have to listen to yourself. If I do eat this dinner, right? If I do eat, not going to feel so comfortable. So you're called to do this for a period of time. This is not a forever thing. A lot of the world, they're big into the forever things. But know the season, and you might be called to fast. I always intermittent fast, but you might be called to fast for 24 hours. Go maybe the next 3 days. You have to make the call. And that's what I'm going to be teaching in this lesson. It really gives me a great opportunity to discuss the truth about ascension, the spiritual journey, how people spiritually bypass. We're not all the same. We're not all the same. Wow. What an interesting thought. BJ Prickett, thank you so much for the super chat. So grateful every day for our Everyday Lives family and Michael's teachings. Love you all. I love you, BJ Prickett. I appreciate the super chat. I love you. So last night I just spent the time sitting in the infrared sauna, and I spent an extended amount of time, and I actually made the call the previous evening to not eat dinner. So that became a 24-hour fast. And today, if it's 24 hours, if I go into 48 hours, I make the judgment. I listen to what my body is telling me. Not all journeys are the same. Maybe you're called to hydrate yourself with the lemon water, and really think about the solar plexus at this time. And that's why we want to have those beautiful yellows in our life, right? So we're getting the lemon to assist us through this change. Think about the densities that we hold in our organs. I know there's always new people to this. You, the person that's getting this, you're tuned into this, your attention is focused on this, right? You're not saying, well, what is this? You have to go through it. Nobody else is going through it for you. So I got a comment yesterday, and the woman writes, my husband doesn't understand me. He thinks I'm crazy for feeling this. And so that's difficult. I feel, like a lot of people are alone, and it's actually protection for the transitional phase, which I will get to point of the lesson. But reading that woman's comment, and oh, my husband doesn't understand me. My husband thinks I'm crazy. I'm having all these feelings. So, and again, if you are having these feelings, okay, I see Angel by the Ocean's feeling it, okay, Lion Teacher's feeling it. So if you are feeling it, you could click the like button. You could write a comment down below, and you have to realize that it's always going to be you, and all of our lives are different. Like I'm a single person, right? You might be a person that is in a relationship. You might be in a healthy relationship where the partner is going with you. And then there's a lot of people that are not in a equally yoked relationship, where there are people that are making this transitional jump. And you must have the transitional jump by going through physical symptoms. If you have a question about this, I did a world famous diagram the other day. People love, I appreciate all the outpouring support from my diagram to teach you. Okay, so these the body and the internal shifts must occur, and it's not comfortable. Do you think the caterpillar is comfortable when it liquefies on the inside so that it could become a beautiful butterfly? It's probably not feeling so great, and that's why you're also not feeling so great. So digestion is off. A lot of people are feeling this in the stomach. The hips are tighter than ever before. And muscular attributes, the psoas muscle you're going to feel that. It's known as the spiritual muscle, and it's a spiritual gateway. until the nervous system, we tighten up. So really think about that area and the tightness that you feel. And until this loosens up, relax. And it's difficult for people to relax for years. You might have been on this journey for years in a post 2020 world, but what was actually happening was we had to go on an accelerated ascension journey, and you had to have the experience. Please listen to the message. You had to have the experience, because there's people that read a book, they get a ring light, they think that they're a spiritual guru, and they're actually full of shit. So you will actually have to have the physical experience. It is the only way. It cannot be bypassed. So what that means is, when you went through the trauma, when you went through the real life experiences, your body and the traumas, you took on damage, and that needs to be healed. Okay, Lori writes, exactly. I speak the truth here on this channel. Are you new? Click subscribe. You're gonna love this. It's the truthful journey that we're all on. So the chat is blowing up right now. Okay, so just know, I was talking to someone yesterday, very briefly, and I said, listen, I just know that you're heard. And once again, it was a guy expressing his discomfort and not being heard, going through a situation. A lot of people, a lot of men get trapped in rough situations. And I said to him, know that you're heard. And, I left a few words of encouragement for him. So we're all on a different journey. Okay. So there are people like myself, but we have to shift out of it. And when it is your frequency, you are attracting the correct people. See, like I could drop a message. I'm gonna drop this message today, and the correct people are going to hear it. And I learned this on my journey, right? You don't create things. You don't live in authentic life. We need to live an authentic everyday life. And when you show up in the world, you show up with authenticity. And this is the shift that's happening, because people have not actually lived their actual life. So yesterday, I got a comment on a previous video that I shared, and it was the dark side of spirituality exposed. And the woman writes, "Thank you, I get it now." And I saw that, and I share in the community tab a previous video, so I decided to share that last night. And I could sit here today, and I could sit here drinking my lemon water. And the journey is knowing thyself. And that's why I want to take this opportunity to show and lead by example and teach the truth. I don't wake up every day and say I have to fast long term. I have to only have lemon water. In the world, people go by a label. That's the NPC consciousness, that they have to exist. That's their identity. If you're getting this message today, you have to listen to yourself. When I say you have to listen to yourself, there's no label to attach to that. When you go out on YouTube and social media, I'm a vegan, I'm a this, I'm a that. Today I might, a person that lives by a label might see this and they'll paint a picture in their head. But authentically, all right, our journey has ups and downs, and we have to listen to ourselves, and we have to know when to pull back. We have to know when to fast. We have to know when to eat and consume. We have to know when to work hard. We have to know when to rest. This is the journey. So right now, it's intense times, and that's why, we have to show up at our finest. and know that no one else is going to go through this for us. You can't go to the guru to help you through this. You can't go on the retreat to do this. The absolute answer, and again, all of these things are fine, but people that suffer from spiritual derangement syndrome, SDS. Do you see people suffer from SDS? Are you suffering from SDS? Don't worry, your Uncle Mike is going to help you. Okay, they're all tools. They're all tools. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be the internal shift of the nervous system. It's always going to be the wiping clean and clear of the subconscious, and it's always going to be the I am presence. And it's never not going to be I am. And it's never not going to be the subconscious being wiped clean and resetting the programs. And it's never not going to be the reset of your nervous system. So the point of the thing is, right? You can't see something and say, oh, if I eat this way, I'm gonna have a spiritual way. Oh, if I do this practice, if I say this mantra, if I go pay this guru over here, if I go on this ayahuasca retreat, if I hold this crystal in my hand, all right, I got the crystals here too. If I hold this crystal, I'm changing. No. They're all tools. They're all tools. They're labels. But you have to have this internal shift. If you are on this message today and you feel a tremendous uncomfortable feeling inside, this is the ascension. This is the Heinrich metamorphosis. And when the pressure is so intense and you say, you know what, I can't eat that food. Okay, now you have to realize this, all right? Like moving forward in life, there are people that are getting this right now, and there are people that are not going to understand you. Okay, you can't have a girl in your life, bro, that doesn't understand this. Do you understand what I'm putting up here? That's why I don't waste time. I don't waste time with people that don't get it at this point. Just like the woman wrote the message about her husband. He thinks I'm crazy. He don't understand why I feel. If they don't get this, if there's people in the world right now that are not feeling this at a very deep... Are you an empath? Hi, I'm an empath too. Me too. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're just empaths. We're just walking around. Here we go. Oh, right? So in your life, you're not, it's not going to work. It's not going to work with people. You have okay. There's a lot of uneducated lunkheads in the gym that they're going to, I got to fast. I got to lose weight. They're living in their ego. They're never going to understand. Like that's this part of my lifestyle. I show up as the warrior. I go in the gym, right? A lot of my gym community's watching me. Oh, look, I'm on the TV, guys. Look at me, right? But the people that are out there that are living in the ego, autophagy, I got to get smaller. I got to lose. Yeah. So what we're noticing, right? If you actually get back to your organic ways, there are actually cycles that the body actually wants to drop all of the densities from the past, but people never allow themselves to drop these densities. In this now moment, this is a time period where we're dropping a tremendous amount of density, which resides in the traumas. And when you understand this, right? So I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. Maybe she's watching right now, right? And I know the two of them, and I was explaining like your childhood traumas, right? And Dan's childhood traumas, right? And then you both understand each other, and that's why you got a healthy relationship. And during this process, it is not, and I did that very full video on the channel page. You watch it. You don't want to numb these pains away right now. You want to go through the pains right now, and you want to lean into it. I'm leaning into it. I'm allowing my body, right? And I shared this, right? So as a person that's very on point with his health and wellness, and I see there's bloating and there's extra water. Okay, so you might ask, how do you know it's water? On the stomach, if it's like, jiggling loose, right, you could tell that it's water. It's actually not fat. So, people in a modern society, and I can remember how I was years ago. We don't rush and throw off the process and take fat burners and so on and so forth. We allow the body to do what it's got to do. And it's more important to clean our organs and clean our kidneys and adrenal glands instead of taxing them with things that are not actually good for us. We have to allow ourselves, we have to take a step back. We have to allow the body to do what it's going to do. And guess what, bro? If she doesn't understand this, you got to go through this, then she ain't for you, right? You don't need one of those, girls, right? And ladies, you don't need a guy that doesn't understand you, as the comment was. If you are at this place right now today, we're here. It's not a joke. Right? So what we have to do is we have to go forward. And again, we have to take the warrior, and this is where it's a paradox. What I'm describing right now is a paradox. You have to have the warrior mindset, but at the same time, think about a warrior, right? Right? But at the same time, the goal is to relax. Because that nervous system, okay, has to tune in. Okay, I'm getting the comments coming in, a lot of crying, a lot of cleansing. All right, so you are the warrior by doing the work, by listening to yourself. Say, oh, today, and we all know our daily habits and what we do. Okay. Many men in the chat right now are sharing about their journey, right? If you're a guy, know that you're heard. We're all heard. And you need, if it's a romantic relationship, a partner, you need someone that's going to hear you. You don't have time for the normies, for the NPCs. If you have friends in your life, you're picking each other up. I have friends, whether they're 1,000 miles away or whether they're in the gym, we're motivating each other. We're picking each other up. We're not gaslighting each other. Oh, all this other stuff, worry about the matrix, worry about this. I've done this, and I've been putting this content out for the people. If you are still concerned with the matrix life, you are absolutely going to be lost. And people are feeling the quickening right now, that time is speeding up, or your perception of time is speeding up. You lived a life that was fake. It was totally fake. And book smart is not going to get you, girl, right? Or these people, I studied all the book smart. If you don't have the capability of critical thinking and listening to your intuition, you're lost. Because there are people that studied maybe something that was given to them, right, in the books, and it was wrong. But you studied it and you memorized it, right? So this is a totally different paradigm. Today, we're entering a totally different paradigm. And it's very intense. And there is no right or wrong to this. Please note that, but there are windows of time. For example, there's seasons within seasons. No one gets out of this year without any of this, right? We are in this window of time for this very potent and very, very strong and hot summer that's coming. And, you could be feeling it now. You could be feeling it tomorrow. If this message pops up, in your stream 4 days from now, it's very relevant for you. That's why it's Our Everyday Lives. That's why, I never listened to these people that I said, something's wrong. Something's wrong with that guy opening his mouth. Something's wrong about that fake, girl that thinks that she's a spiritual guru. Something's wrong with that. They're going with the label. No, I got to listen to my body. I have to listen to myself. The reason that everyone falls is when they don't know thyself. It is the number one. It doesn't go away. It's know thyself. I know thyself. I know the food, the intake. I know the sleep. I know the content I need to put out. I know the type of exercise I have to do today. I know the type of relationship or the type of girl that is suitable for my relationship. I know the suitable place to live, right? The suitable place to live for me is not in the very expensive apartment in Manhattan or in Miami. I'm in Miami, right? Yeah, I need what I need. You have to know thyself. You have to know, and that's how you become what this transitional phase, those that watch this whole week on this channel. And if you're new, really consider watching all the videos this week. And one of those videos is giving the energetic example. You must be prepared to lead yourself. If you are putting yourself out to a leader outside of you, you are going to get eviscerated in the upcoming year. Many people that are tuned in know that, whatever we see in the Matrix is totally, we ain't in Kansas anymore. Everything's going bye-bye. So you have to wake up in a rising. You have to come out of this transitional phase right now as the leader. And this takes courage. It takes courage. It takes courage to show up every day and just speak the truth. It takes courage to follow your heart and intuition. It takes courage. Are you a lion? Or are you just part of the hyena cult? The NPCs, and they come in different forms. You have to be your own leader. You have to go through the internal shifts. And this can't be suppressed. It can't be ignored. I have to feel it. I have to go through it. There are things that I have to do. Not vision boarded away, not love and lighted away. Actually go through the metamorphosis, actually go through the evolution. And we feel it so much in our hips, we feel the tightness and that energy that is riveting through all of us. Kiki Fi is feeling it. A lot of new people coming in right now. It's good to see everyone. We are all different. We are all different. I'm different than you, right? Mark knows the answer. I love you, Mark. I appreciate you, right? No, this is where it is. You got to be able to think for yourself. You have to be able to listen to your body. You have to be able to not fall for the fear and the gaslighting. And it's really, it's the way that, so many people were tricked out of living their actual life. If you sit with regret at the end of this transition, right? Like I could ignore myself and say, oh, I'm gonna keep living my life the way that I always am. There are certain times where we have to take a step back. There are certain times where we know the importance of this moment. Do you feel the importance inside of you? And it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable to I'm not even comfortable sitting in the chair right now. It's so intense. And like this example, it's not fast just to fast. And you can. All right. Every once in a while, it's good to do maintenance, but your lifestyle. Like I'm always intermittent fasting. Maybe one day because of that is fine for me. Maybe person never fasts, but right now you feel this in your stomach. So maybe for you, it might be 48 hours, 72. You might have to go a little bit until you feel, and you will know. How do I know? Yeah, but tell me. Oh, you have to listen to yourself. I delivered a message in the beginning of the year. The training wheels are off this year. You must know thyself. I usually don't eat breakfast, Scott. Sometimes I do. It's a rare thing, but I don't. But maybe that might shift. That might shift. Like right now, like in the last couple of days, I can't eat later in the day. So I've cut it to a 24-hour fast instead of about a 17, 18. There's a great power when you are alone and you cannot see the way. You have no clue what's on the other side. You have no clue what's next week is going to bring for us. But you're alone, and you could be in a relationship and you could be alone. And no one's going to understand you. No one's going to understand the feelings that you have. No one's going to understand, but you do. When you are alone and you cannot see the way, that's where heroes are forged. When everyone goes one way, you have the courage to listen to your heart and go a totally different path. That's where the power lies. This is a time period in the history of humanity. For those that are tuned in, know this. You have to focus on you. That's not a selfish statement. You have to focus on you. If you're called to do something or rest or ground or whatever, take a nap. My body, as I shared this before, once I disconnected from the matrix life, all of the natural rhythms of the body came back online. Which, I don't eat breakfast. And, when you look at the chart and what our body goes through in the rising, it's actually not good to wake up and shove heavy carbs down into your stomach in the rising. In the afternoon, after lunch, I'm called to take siesta. Body shuts down it's natural. Like in certain cultures, that's always been the case. So when you start to just let go of things, and it's very difficult to let go. It's difficult to leave the world behind. That's what you're actually doing. When you go through this transit, when you change your frequency, you'll see people, you'll see the big glooms and dooms, the big mushroom clouds and all this. But when you shift your frequency, what happens? Nothing. You don't experience none of that because you're in a totally different reality. Because your antenna, this is your antenna. If you have questions on this, I broke it down in 2 videos. People love my world famous diagrams. Okay, you're changing your antenna. They're on channel 4. You're on channel 7. Whatever it might. You're watching this program. Right? You're listening to this song. You're listening to the beautiful song tuned to 432 hertz. They're listening to a song tuned to 440 hertz, and they're living in dissonance, and they're living in dysfunction. That's one of the things that I've noticed. It doesn't matter the label. If people pretend to be spiritually awakened or not, one of the things that I've noticed over the past few years is people. And again, I can assist you. You could click subscribe. Click subscribe today. Don't get triggered. People, it's in their nervous system. They go towards dysfunction. They go, I can watch the couples that are in dysfunction, and I can see the couples that are beautiful and calm. People are attracted to dysfunction, and then there's people that are attracted to peace. If you see this, if you resonate, smash the like button so we get the word out. So that's the thing that's happening right now. You will not have dysfunction in your life ever again. There is no fun in dysfunction, Cliff. I appreciate you, brother. All right. So you don't want to have dysfunction. You can't have this person come into your life, bro, and you're trying to build and you're trying to create all these things and like a wrecking ball, right? She's just the embodiment of dysfunction, right? Divine feminine that's listening, right? You fell for it. I see these people. They don't know. They just do things to create an image. I see this from both men and women. And if you are not spiritually in tune at this time, you will fall for it, and don't fall for it. You have to feel. You have to feel. And Carl Jung talks about this, that this is when the empath has truthfully awakened and ascended. See, as an empath, you were gathering information. You felt the energy of other people. But then, the way that the world works, the empath might have became the doormat. You ain't the doormat. You ain't the doormat, girl. You ain't the doormat, brother. Carl Jung calls this the process of individuation. You felt everyone, you felt everything, and you know everything. Now, God unleashes you. Now, God unleashes you. This is called the process of individuation, and this is the truthful journey. I can't, and I'm sure you're the same way. I have very powerful brothers that are all very motivated individuals, and that's what we do on this channel. You can't listen to someone that hasn't done any. How can I listen to someone that's fake? How can I listen to someone that actually hasn't done it? And that's the shift that's occurring right now. It's a massive shift. You can't do it. Right, Lori? Gracefully Align writes, in pain, but in peace. Yeah. Gracefully aligned. That's a beautiful phrase to write. And it really hits it on the head. In pain, but you're in peace. And I could feel this, and you could feel it within your stomach, and you know the pressure, how you normally feel. Always revert back to your personal point of homeostasis. And that's really a big problem in the world, because everyone just, I'm going to listen to this guy or gal and just paint it all with a broad stroke. And you have to listen to yourself. You have to feel these changes that are happening on the inside. There's even though there is a lot of pain right now, you feel the peace, because your intuition, knows what's on. Number one, what's on the other side. Number two, you literally feel the densities leaving, and allow the body to do what it is actually designed to do. This is called autophagy. If you are new to the channel, you could watch my very powerful video, How to Reset Your Body for Optimal Health. And that's exactly everything that I'm very focused on. I talked about it in that video. You watch that video. In this world and going through changes, it is part of the body. And detoxification is essential. We could detox the chemicals and the toxins of the world. And we could also detox people, negative thoughts, behaviors, lifestyles. Where do all these things reside? Well, they actually reside in your nervous system. The cellular memory. Some people heard about cellular memory. This is where autophagy comes into play, because you don't want to hold these things inside of you, because it's distorting the field of attraction for your manifestations, for your life, for your well-being. So that's why we have to drop this. Yeah, Matt, we might go into 2 days of fasting. And it's just not, you can't not, you will sit with regret at the end of this if you ignore it and you constantly drag it out. And I could reflect on my life when, I didn't maybe want to do the work, or I was fearful of the change. Always remember, there's a big change that's coming and your nervous system is picking up on it. Your nervous system views change, even though the change is great, it views it as a threat. It views it as a threat. And the more that you understand frequencies and everything that we're experiencing, you can navigate. You cannot bypass this phase, but you can navigate this phase a lot easily. Because if I didn't listen to myself and implement change, I don't normally do these things, but I know this is with a sense of urgency. Again, paradoxical. Sense of urgency doesn't mean and grind the nervous system and do it that way. But sense of urgency means I'm going to immediately stop eating. I'm immediately going into fasting. I'm immediately going into detox cleansing. I am going in that sauna and I'm sweating it out. I did it last night, almost an hour. It's not always the same. And it's difficult because we just assume every day, oh, I do this on this day, that day of the week, or this is what I do at this hour. I'm supposed to eat dinner. I'm supposed to, what you're not supposed, you're supposed to listen to yourself. I appreciate that, Joe. We have to show up when it matters the most. So, really know that you're heard. Know that we're all feeling this. And I hope that this message assists you during this great change, because this truthfully is the mass ascension event. And when so many people are experiencing it, commenting it, and I'm grateful for the community support, and I take feedback from the community. So if this really resonates with you, I appreciate it if you click the like button. And by doing so, others will get this message. And this is how we create a positive feedback loop for other people. Leave a comment down below. You got to watch the replay if you're live. You got to go back in here. Leave a comment down below of what you're experiencing so others see it. And if you are new, check out those videos. I put together the diagram to express and explain what you're actually feeling. Because the outer world that you're going to experience, that antenna, you are an antenna. You are broadcasting a new frequency now. The old frequency must go away. We cannot live in dissonance anymore. We cannot serve two masters, if you will. We cannot go back to the ways of I used to live this way, but you ain't that way no more. And sometimes we just need a little reminder. I don't have to live this way. I don't have to do it anymore. It's not me. It's not me. Do you, kid? Do you? The antennas are tuned in right now. So I really do appreciate all of you. and, take the time to watch some of these other videos. Head over to Facebook, post on Facebook, great community on Facebook. And I'm so grateful for you love the world famous diagrams. Check out those world famous diagrams. You're going to love them. And daily videos, ready? Daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time to help you become the greatest version of yourself. It's always been in the words. It's not the, oh, I got to fit into this label. I have to have this identity. No, you are becoming on this channel the greatest version of yourself. It's your everyday life. These are our everyday lives, and we're just sharing about them. Good days are ahead. It's totally not comfortable. I know a lot of you are feeling it, and I hope this message helps you on the journey. So I love you guys very much. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. And also click subscribe. Make sure the bell is on, because I will be dropping some drops very soon. You never know. Take care, guys. I love you. Bye for now.